Finished shooting the first of, I hope, 3 videos of Pole Expo 2015. The first one's simply the way there, and now this video should be covering here's what happened when I was in Las Vegas for Pole Expo 2015. So I drove alone. Shandy was the smart one and decided to fly, and that meant that she didn't have to leave as early. So instead of leaving on Monday with me, she was able to leave Thursday afternoon, and I picked her up from the airport. But so we're still on Wednesday when I arrived. Yeah, okay, Wednesday night, drank with them. Okay, so Thursday morning, woke up, went to the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel. This part's kind of hazy. So I kept parking in the one garage that was on the total opposite side of the hotel from where everything was happening. And I didn't even consider not doing that until the last day after I had already dropped off Shandy. It was kind of funny, but whatever. So every single time I went to the hotel, I was walking all the way through it. My first day, I didn't know where I was going. Luckily, when I was walking through, I stopped, I paused, my spidey sense was tingling, my Highlander sense, whatever you want to call it. Basically, there were some polars nearby. I looked around and I saw Angelo Eisman and Shane Evans. Now, I'd never met Shane Evans in person before. Wow, what a treat. She is a character. I just got to say, like, her favorite word is, and I'm ashamed for putting this on Facebook, cunt. No, I'm not. That was cool. I like saying it. Her favorite word is cunt. She's awesome. And Angela Weissman recognized me from a gig in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, January 16th, 2015. That's where we met, and the only other time we saw each other. But we saw each other, we recognized each other, we met up. Okay, great. Here's 3 UPA people. Let's get together and find the others for our meeting for getting ready to do the live stream that night. I was the least important, least integral part of the live stream that night. But still, hey, I'm UPA, put me to use. So we found where the others were. We went to where the event was going to be that night. We had sort of a meeting. It was kind of cool. Saw the setup, met some of the people involved, and then now I'm getting a little hazy. Where did we go after that? Okay. Oh, I got sent on an errand to go get some batteries and stuff. That was actually kind of fun. Got to see more of Las Vegas. Came back just in time for my meeting for the volunteers at Pole Expo. So Fania's volunteers. So I'm working with 2 different groups already on the first day. UPA and Fania's group of volunteers. And so I got back in time for that, gave the batteries and stuff to the UPA girls, and was hanging around for the volunteers thing, ran into a few people that I'd never met before. Ferry, a happy-go-lucky photographer from Holland. Yes, I believe Holland. I'm always confusing Holland with that other one, but I believe it was Holland. One of the kingdoms of the Netherlands. Anyway, great guy. If you happen to see him at any events, definitely talk to him. He's really cool, and he's got a really good camera and a really good eye for where to take the picture to. You've probably seen his pictures in the Facebook event for the Pole Expo thing. So Ferry, his photography name is Through the Lens Las Vegas. I hope I got that right, Ferry. I'm sorry if I didn't. This is all from memory, by the way, and this is me getting back to Detroit like 5 hours ago and then going to work. So give me a break. And actually just enjoy the errors because they're just going to keep coming. So I got to meet Ferry and talked with him. He was super useful. And while I was talking to him, I saw Evgeny Greshalov with Kira. I hadn't met Kira before. Cute little thing. Adorable. Oh, man. It's those tiny ones that pull out the wicked tricks in a routine, and you're just like, that's not fair. They don't weigh as much as me. I'm saying that about all you girls because I weigh more than most of you. But still, kudos to everybody who does really cool tricks. Let's see who else. Meeting people. Met Tina. She organized all the volunteers. She did a really great job. And for someone who was as busy as she was, she never once seemed to be like flustered or frustrated or down on her luck, or she was always happy like to help us whenever we had questions. It was really good. Fania was super useful too. She gave a speech. I couldn't help myself from making the joke. She referenced that she used to be Mormon, and then I raised my hand and I said, "Does that mean I can have more than one pole wife?" Yeah. Sorry. Everybody laughed though. It was fun. So then we had our meeting. I got my shirt. I got my bag. Let's see. The meeting was starting at 12. I needed to pick up Shandy at 2. Did a few things around there and then left for the airport. And funny thing is, I still hadn't fueled up since getting into Vegas on Wednesday night, the previous night. And so I was making laps around the pickup part, and I was noticeably running out of gas. So she had tried to call me, and I missed her call. And when I tried to call her back, it went to her voicemail. So I'm like, ah, crud! Either her battery died or she's in a no reception area. So I figured I'd keep circling laps. But by the time she called me back again, or I called her or something like that, I said, look, I'm running out of gas. I got to go find gas. I'll be back. She's like, okay. So I got gas, came back, picked her up. Went to, I think we immediately went to Trixie's to unload some luggage or something. She met the pigs. Trixie has these 2 pet pigs. They are cool. Pepper and Patches. They have their own Facebook pages. So Pepper love it and Patches love it. Look them up. So we went to Trixie's. We got stuff organized. We went back to the Hard Rock. She went through the process of the volunteer thing and got her shirt and everything like that. And wow, what happened after that? Okay, so that's Thursday, and we're looking forward to the live stream that night, or the competition that night. That started around 6:30, 6. We'll go with 6. So at this point, it's like 3, I think. Either way, I might have got this in the wrong order, but before the event that night, she and I went shopping for dress pants for me to wear, because Anne Marie was going to have me on stage presenting the awards for Arlene Caffrey, Bindi Kate, Tiffany McCrory, and Jack Gaffney. I was thrilled. I mean, that seemed like, not a really important role, but a fun role, like a special role. So it was a non-speaking role. Can you imagine? So we went shopping for pants. We got a little sidetracked, put some gas started coming out of my car, the thing, because it was evaporating fast and blah, blah, blah. That's never happened to me before. That was pretty fun. Let's see, what else did we do? A little driving. Okay, back to the Hard Rock. Yeah, okay. And then, we got ready to go into the event. And I guess we were like early as hell because there was no line at that point. That was awesome. I think that was the event where there was no line. Oops. Battery warning. Gotta look into that. So the Pole Classic event was awesome. So much talent, so much production quality. The lighting and the music production quality was really, really good. There was only one faux pas throughout the whole event. And that was during, thankfully not a competition routine, but rather a showcase afterwards for Lisette Kroll and Terry Fierce. Their music ended prematurely, and they played it off so well. The 2 performers played it off so well, but it was a tragedy that we didn't get to see the rest of their routine. I think they said there was like another minute and a half. All the competitors were really, really great. My favorites were Silin. I forget. I apologize if I'm getting your name wrong, but Silin Jaeger from Reno. Short guy, very, very agile, martial arts background, and I very much liked his style. His prop was not just a prop; he used it for 2 of his actual moves, and he's got a world ahead of him in the pole world. It's going to be amazing to watch his progress. I got to talk to him later. He's so easy to talk to and so interviewable. There will be an interview with him either from UPA or from my YouTube channel. I'm not sure which yet. Um, and Michael, I wish I remembered his last name. He was actually inspiring because he's my size and shape, and he was doing moves that like you would expect previously mentioned Simon Yeager to do, and it was very impressive. It was very cool, and he kicked so much ass, and God, I can't remember that guy's name. The guy who, you know what? I'm not going to go into details. The point is, the show was amazing. I did miss a few of the performances, and because I was backstage for a little bit before and after the award ceremony or whatever. But what I saw was amazing. I loved it. And yeah, it was really, really good. And then afterwards, I grabbed Tiffany's trophy from backstage. I met up with the UPA girls, helped them carry stuff up to their hotel room, and then they escorted Shandy and I to the Bad Kitty after party, which was super awesome. Everybody who wasn't exhausted from earlier was there and having a good time. And then Shandy pointed out Scratch on the pool table. I hadn't seen Scratch since last year when Carol took him, and then she took him to a few like events or whatever, and I hadn't seen anything about him on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. And it was such a beautiful reunion. I picked up Scratch, and the funny thing is that as soon as I picked him up, it felt like there was like a cosmic force alerting Carol that Scratch was now in danger, and that if she was anywhere in the room, she was going to look over my way and like, you know, give me that look of you better not take him, and just the idea of it was so funny. And I believe I shared that with Shandy and Mark Culp, and we all laughed, and we love you, Carol. And so took a few pictures of Scratch, walked around the party a bit, and got to say hi to a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. And then while we were in the master bedroom, Terry and Lisette were planning a pleasant surprise for everybody in the main room to basically, not necessarily the performance they were going to do, but they were going to give everybody an acro performance show. And so Lisette carried Terry into the room, over her head kind of thing, and then they got on the pool table and did some acro where the bass is on the floor, and then they did some acro where the bass is standing up. And I was tickled because I have done all of that acro as the bass, and I felt that it made me feel like I'm probably at a skill level of acro bass that is a decent one, that is admirable, and that made me smile. And the way they did it, their execution was flawless. Those girls, even at a party, they were just, I'm not saying they were drunk or sober, I'm just saying like even at a party they were still dead on with what they were doing. And then I sort of asked those to whom it would be important if it would be cool if I kidnapped Scratch, and their response was, if you have the balls to kidnap Scratch, do it. And I did. And you know what? I'm going to cut here too. So we're going to make this a four-parter.